During his warm-up, the Raptors' Charlie Villanueva looks like any other young hotshot basketball player, wearing the bald pate that's become the look for some in the NBA. But if you look closely, you'll notice there's something different about Charlie. Something he has in common with these kids he's invited courtside to watch him play.
Look, everybody's got their hats on. Take your hat off.
They all have alopecia areata, an incurable skin disease that causes them to lose their hair.
It's like we are like our own group, like our own different kind of group, you know, and I can relate to them, you know, because I went through it.
What's going on, man?
And I know what they're going through. So there is an immediate, you know, bond. And it feels good.
Alopecia areata affects almost 2% of the population. It can strike anyone at any age, causing a person to lose some or all of their hair over their entire body. There are no other physical symptoms, but the disease takes its toll in other ways. Charlie grew up in Queens, New York. He was only 10 when he was diagnosed. He watched helplessly as all of his hair fell out. No one else in his family had the disease. They'd never even heard of it.
I was really insecure of myself. Kids making fun of me. You know, I'm always going to remember that. Sometimes I didn't even feel like going to school. You know, there'd be days I come back home crying to my mom. You know, it was just really, really hard, you know, because people didn't really understand, you know, what I was going through.
Charlie found his confidence on the court. And by the time he was in high school, he'd stopped hiding under hats. Last year, right after he was drafted by the Raptors, Charlie decided to take his battle public by calling the National Alopecia Areata Foundation.
They asked me, you know, you want to be the spokesman for this foundation? I was like, I'm happy to do it. Let's get it rolling.
So as he rolled into different cities this past season, Charlie brought his campaign with him, getting Raptors tickets for kids with alopecia and their families. They get to come in early, hang out with him, and watch him warm up with the team. Most fans don't get that kind of access. But as Charlie points out, most people don't get this disease.
It is me coming out, you know, letting everybody know that it's okay. I mean, that's the first step. You know, make them look themselves in the mirror and say that they're happy with what they see.
It's all been great timing for 14-year-old Gasper Caruso. Just over a year ago, his hair started coming out in clumps. By last spring, it was all gone, and so was his confidence.
I didn't want to go out with anyone or anything because I thought they would notice. I basically didn't talk to anyone about it.
That secret has been a part of the Caruso family for generations. Gasper's mom, Diana, and her mom, too, have spent their lives hiding under wigs and tattooed eyebrows.
My mother taught me to not tell anybody, you know, because it was different. But it was very important that nobody knew that I had no hair. I can honestly say I've never loved myself. Never loved myself, because how can I call myself a woman? I was bald. I had no hair. Where's the femininity?
She says it led to problems with drugs and a series of bad relationships. By the time she was 21, she was a single mom with 2 boys. She prayed they wouldn't get the disease. Then Gasper lost his hair.
I couldn't function at work. I couldn't see people. I was just, anything you said about the kids or anything, I would just start crying. I didn't know how to teach my son that you're not your hair if I really didn't accept it myself. You know, I didn't know where to turn, so I'm turning to God, my God that I know, and please help me. I can't do this. I don't know what to do. Guide me. Lo and behold, there's Charlie.
Diana immediately spotted the new Raptor with alopecia. And though she didn't know much about basketball, she knew her son needed to meet number 31.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday.
That happened in January, and Diana says it changed everything. In Charlie, the Carusos finally saw someone with their disease who didn't let it hold him back.
Charlie, he's an inspiration to me. He goes out in front of millions of people, thousands, in a stadium, and he's not ashamed of it. He just plays like he's a regular guy.
Gasper's borrowed some of that freedom from Charlie, and some of the swagger, too.
We need to understand that true beauty lies within our hearts.
He even wrote a report for school about what it's like living with the disease. He got a perfect mark. And this spring, he's trying out for a local basketball team. Older brother Louis doesn't have alopecia. He says Charlie's helped Gasper forget he does.
Before that, he used to be depressed and stuff. He didn't really want to go out like Friday nights with his friends, but now he's starting to go out more.
I think I'm Charlie Villanueva's biggest fan.
The NBA chose to honor Charlie with its Community Assist Award in March. He's the first Raptor rookie ever to receive it.
You know, the award is nice, but what I'm doing, I don't really need to get awarded for it. You know, I'm doing it because I want to do it. My whole thing is I just try to make it a little bit easier, you know, because it's okay to have this, you know. We all make it. If you believe in something, you can accomplish a lot.
I told you, believe. What I was hoping to see in Gasper was hope.
You've done good. You've done really good.
To see courage, to see bravery, to see everything that Charlie Villanueva has. And I just wanted Gasper to know you have to believe in yourself. And Charlie, it's like my dreams all came true, but at the same time as my son is being healed, I was being healed.
Diana treated herself to a new wig the night before the game. She's not planning to give up her big blonde hair anytime soon.
I'm ready.
But for the first time ever, she was ready to show the world her beautiful bald head.
Actually, I do look good with the tan. I feel it. It's the beginning of something huge. I love me. Come on. Isn't my head perfect? I did it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, I'm living my life. Thank you, Charlie. I love you. Mwah.
Wow. Just makes me feel good. You know, I'm like speechless right now. Like I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
Were you aware that you could make that kind of...
Wow, I didn't know I would have that much of an impact. I mean, when I hear stories like you said, like she took her wig off in front of cameras, you know, it makes her feel, you know, she feels like she's beautiful. I mean, she is beautiful. You know, it just makes me happy, makes me more hungry. Like I gotta do more. Yeah.
At just 21 years old, Charlie Villanueva is only beginning to understand the power he has to inspire his new fans. And sometimes it takes a really big man to help someone who's struggling take a first small step. Diana Swain, CBC News, Toronto.